Some of the easiest and most mundane tasks when you're working in retail could come off almost unintelligible and incomprehensible to customers. And what I'm mainly talking about is pointing people in the right direction. I cannot tell you how many times I've been working and a customer comes in and they ask where something is, and you try and point them in the right direction if you can't guide them over yourself, because you can't leave the area in which you're in because there's not sufficient coverage or other reasons, then you can't personally walk them to that given area. And no matter what, it never ceases to amaze me how ignorant customers come off to be sometimes. I don't know if they actually are, but that's how they act when you're interacting with them and you're trying to help them. And essentially, whether you're an associate manager or whatever role you play working in a store, it is your job to help them. And they just can't seem to understand that. I remember one woman, especially while working in the shoe store, she was asking where a certain type of dress shoe would be for women, evening shoes, and basically they just happened to be right under the sign for the women's department. And I was pointing her in the right direction, and she just keeps asking, oh, so it's over there, and it's like, oh, so keep going straight down and make a left, and just repeating everything I'm saying right after I have just said it, and more than once. And I know then people do this to confirm, obviously, not just in this one industry, but people repeat things to make sure that it's accurate and they're understanding it correctly. But repeatedly asking and just being annoying about it is ridiculous. Like, what don't you understand? It's, right over there to the left. It's like you'll definitely see it. You just have to actually look and use your eyes. And that's something that a lot of customers don't seem to do. Shoppers don't seem to function properly when they're in a store, and it's because they're too lazy to actually go out and look for something, and they might need help right away. And especially when they say, oh, I couldn't find it, it's like, well, did you even look for it? No, because they think retail workers should basically be their slaves. Again, they're not empathetic, they're not sympathetic, and they don't see a lot of workers as people, so they would just basically have someone wait on them in a store, whether it be a shoe store or a clothing store, and act as if these people should wait on them as if they're going out to eat also. It's ridiculous, and it makes you think, well, maybe, in terms of helping people, we should just show them the direction to the door.